The McDonald's theory, or the Golden Arches theory, states that no two countries with a McDonald's have ever fought a war against each other. So, have we found the key to world peace? This is a classic case of confusing correlation with causation. Every day we come across studies that claims that an increase in ice cream sales cause an increase in homicide rates in New York, or that the rise in sales of sunglasses correlates with an increase in the drowning rate. The most interesting is the study that tells us that married men tend to live longer than single ones. Following these studies without expressing doubts is equivalent to following any superstition blindly without knowing the reason behind it. In this video, we will talk about correlation, causation, the difference between causality and correlation, confounding variables, how to find the actual cause, and at last, we will talk about whether video games causes violence. So, let's get started. What is correlation? According to Investopedia, correlation is a statistic that measures the degree to which two variables move in relation to each other. In simple words, if there are two variables A and B, suppose A is the height of father and B is the height of son, then how much the variable B changes with respect to the change in A is defined as the correlation between them. Correlation is denoted by correlation coefficient, which can take values between -1 to +1. We can visualize correlation with the help of a scatter plot. We plot our previous data with the son's height in the vertical axis and the father's height in the horizontal axis. After dividing this whole plot into 4 quadrants, we can see that the maximum data lies in the first and the third quadrant. This means that the variables are positively correlated. Suppose we take the sales of heaters and weather as our variable. Most of the data will lie in the second and fourth quadrants. This implies that there is a negative correlation. On the other hand, if the data points are spread almost evenly in 4 quadrants, there is no correlation between the variables. If two variables A and B are strongly correlated, there can be 4 possible scenarios. A causes B, B causes A. There is another variable C which causes both A and B even if they are not related. C in this case is called a confounding variable. We will discuss it afterwards. Or the fourth case is that there is no relation at all, and the correlation is just by chance. These correlations are called spurious correlations. If you are interested in some funny, random correlations, let us know in the comment box. We'll provide a website link that has some of the most surprising correlation plots. In the cases discussed at the beginning of this video, the correlation is there due to a confounding variable. A confounding variable is a third variable that affects the causal relationship that you are trying to determine. Like in the McDonald's case, the confounding variable may be the development of the country's middle class. If the middle class becomes large enough to sustain a McDonald's network, there is a huge incentive not to go to war. Similarly, the sales of ice creams and sunglasses shows a correlation to drowning and homicide rates, as there is a third variable, sunny weather, into play. When the weather is sunny outside, more people go out of their homes and to the beaches. This increases the rates of homicides and drowning. Now the question arises that how will we find that correlation is due to causation or not? This can be done by understanding the difference between correlational and experimental studies. In correlational studies, there is a team of obsessed statisticians that collect the data and perform correlation analysis on them. On the other hand, in the experimental studies, there is a control group involved. Suppose we are trying to find out whether energy drinks are a cure for depressed students. We create a group that will receive the treatment and another group which will not receive it. This group is called the control group. The results of this study can indicate the effectiveness of Red Bull on depressed engineering students with high certainty. Oh, did I say engineering? Pardon me. Not using the control group makes us the prey of regression to mean. Regression to mean is the natural tendency of extreme scores to return to their mean score. In our physical world, regression to mean can be experienced in a lot of scenarios. Suppose you are in a football tournament and a team performs exceptionally well. There is a high chance that in the next match, their performance will not be that exceptional. People start explaining this with performance pressure, overconfidence, and many other reasons. While in reality, it might be merely a case of regression to mean. This emphasizes the importance of the control group. As for the question that video games causes violence, the jury is still out there. But in my opinion, the causation might be the other way around. Except for some extremely violent games, maybe the case is that already violent people tend to play violent video games. Share this video to everybody who still believes that video games cause violence, and especially if you are a proud gamer. So, the moral of the story is correlation does not imply causation, but it also doesn't say that there is no causation at all. Take the results of correlational studies with a pinch of salt. The reason behind married men's longevity might be because of other causes, like being fit and having a brighter future. And these features increases your chance of marriage too. So you don't live long because you are married. Maybe you are married because you have a higher probability of living a long and prosperous life. And last but not least, just being aware of our cognitive biases decreases the odds of becoming their victim. Subscribe to this channel right now to learn the strategies for avoiding them. If you found this video interesting and useful, please give us a thumbs up and check out our whole playlist on mental models. Thanks for watching.